Block Party, a Minecraft podcast, episode 116. We're your hosts, Bearded Sloth
and Little C.
Yay, Minecraft!
Calm down, BS. We do this every week.
Get all our info at theblockpartymc.com. Now let's get the block party started. Hey, Little C, how you doing today?
I am very tired, and the amount of energy you have over there is driving me insane.
Oh, I'm going to annoy you throughout the whole show. I'm so excited. We get to talk Minecraft.
We've never done that before, have we?
Oh, man, it's like brand new concept here. It's amazing. Welcome back, listeners. Yay, you're back. I'm so happy.
Wow, they returned.
They did return. They must like us or something.
You guys okay?
Hello? Hello?
Hello? Is anyone there?
Anybody in there? I'm knocking my head. I forget we're not on video. They can't see us.
They can't see us.
They can see my live streaming, though.
Oh, boy.
And they can see you live stream on yours.
Oh, boy.
I know. So if you really want to see our face, we have started putting our faces on the thumbnail. I'm kind of curious what you guys think of that. Is it just terrifying to see our faces, or does it help connect with us?
I'd just be scared.
I'd be terrified. I'd probably click off right away if I saw my face on there. But, you know, it seems to be doing okay. All right, let's see what the comments are for the week. We do ask you, the listeners, to help us do the show. Without you, I'd have trouble doing this.
Really?
No, not really. I love
Okay.
Minecraft. But it is nice having
it's nice.
the
Because then we're not
listeners.
rambling on about the exact same thing every week.
Yeah, exactly. So let's see what is on the minds of the listeners this week. The first one, oh, this is the only one this week. Kangamar. Hey, welcome back, Kangamar. We love your comments, by the way. And he did comment last week, I know. He's been talking about his add-ons and stuff. So let's see what he has to say. Just to let the listeners know, I'm using the add-ons I spoke about last week on our new Minecraft realm. We switched from a server to a realm as it is so simple to install add-ons. The draw distance isn't as good as a server and it costs a little more, but it is so much easier to use and to alter/transfer your world with just a few clicks and no need for FTP, etc. That said, I recommend Bisect hosting if anyone needs a server, as they've been super helpful and great value. Yeah, Kangamar, I knew you had Bisect before. I forgot that you switched to a realm, so thanks for letting us know that. He goes on here. Another animal in the World Animals Addon is crocodiles. They are dangerous and fast in the water, so don't get caught in the swimming with them. You can collect their skin to make reptile armor. Nice.
No alligators? I'm disappointed.
Crocodiles are scarier,
Yeah.
I think, anyways.
I forget. I don't know the difference. I do if I look it up, but I don't know like which ones live in America, like in Florida and stuff.
Florida is mostly alligators, is what you're
that's what I was
thinking of.
thinking.
Yep. All of the features I'll be sharing with you over the next few weeks can be played on Bedrock and easily installed on a realm, so I have plenty of treats for you and listeners on the way. Some of them will blow your mind. Ooh, I'm looking forward to what he's got in store for us. He can just basically do the show for us. This is kind of nice.
The Block Party, now hosted by Kangamar.
Hey, I like that. I do. He did leave us a voicemail one time, and I love your voice, Kangamar.
He had a really cool voice.
So feel free to do that more often. I don't mind at all. I actually like that a lot. He has a lot to say here. I love the fact that he's using all these different add-ons and stuff, and crocodiles. I love the animal things. I love the addition of animals. Any of the add-ons I have played with that included different animals, I get so excited, just like he seems to be too.
Do you think it'd be weird if Minecraft had tons of animals like the mod packs?
No, I think
You think it'd be good? I do too.
I think it just keep it. The problem though, a lot of it would be
The technical side of
the
it.
technical side and all the entities and things like that, right? But I would love to see that busyness in the world all the time. It would be a little overwhelming. I don't know if you could add a use for every single mob, but just having them kind of like, is there really a use for polar bears?
100%. That's how you get Coca-Cola.
Oh yeah, I forgot about the secret Coca-Cola in the game.
Totally.
Hey, Coca-Cola, reach out to us for advertising. Just
Sponsor
saying.
us.
Just saying. Yeah, I tend to think that they always want some purpose. Like, for instance, the armadillo won the recent mob vote. and it's coming with a purpose of armor, dog armor. And it would be nice to be able to just have random animals and don't worry about that. Just add the animals just as like a side thing. But would the community, the Minecraft community, kind of revolt if there is no real use for it? I feel like
They
that's what
would,
they're
but they'd
afraid of.
get over it. The Minecraft community will revolt over any slight change. They'll change a singular pixel on the slightly withered copper stair, and then everyone will want to protest that. The Minecraft community just does not like change.
Now, I do have to ask Kangamar here on the Minecraft Realm server debate. I found it very easy to have add-ons and things on our server. I actually preferred it on a server as opposed to a realm. I was able to actually add the behavior packs and stuff without disabling achievements, and that's really important to our community. So is that something that you've thought about, or it wasn't worth the hassle? Love to hear your thoughts on that, Kangamar.
I think realms are pretty good if you just want something simple to play with friends, but if you want to do more in-depth Minecraft, then get a server.
Absolutely. And I do get the ease of adding add-ons because they usually come in what they call a .mc add-on file. And for instance, our add-ons, we require you to change the name. Usually when you download it from our website, it's in a .zip. I have a little instructions on how to do it, but you just change that and then you can double click, add it to your world. And if you're doing that, then you just add the whole world with that right to the realm. Totally get that. I did find out that Minecraft just released that some of these add-ons within the worlds that you get from the marketplace, you'll now be able to use those on random seeds or a seed that you put in and not necessarily on the one on the marketplace. I think it has to come with their pre-built. I don't know how they're going to merge this or whatever. I just heard something about it this past week, so I'm looking forward to hearing much more on that. And that might be a game changer. That might put the server industry for Bedrock, kind of on the back burner.
We'll see.
I do like our server though. And we are now, Jericho SMP is now hosted with Bisect hosting. I'm liking it. The only thing I was hesitant was when an update comes out, it doesn't automatically update at the next restart. That's what we had at our last server host, but it's super easy. They make it really easy to update. So it's not that big of a deal. I've actually been able to update it before most days. The restart that it would have updated with our last server host. So that's good. All right. Love to hear more from you, Kangamar. Looking forward to your comments next week too. From our live chat, we've got Jake the Cake. He says he voted for the armadillo and he's never used realms.
Good choice.
I've only played around with realms a little bit.
I used it for a single player. The one thing that annoyed me is just the render distance.
Yeah, that's a big deal.
I play on 32 render distance on Bedrock Edition, and it's limited to 4 or 8.
Right.
And I had to talk Bearded Sloth over here on the server to change it to like 32 render distance on there to the server because I have a good computer and I want to abuse it.
Right. And we did just up that. When we switched over to Bisect, I was able to up it to 32 chunks.
And it hasn't been laggy or anything when I've played.
And the other thing, you can change simulation distance. Now, I do have it set for 4 chunks because that's what most people are used to because they're playing on realms.
So on Java Edition, the lowest you can put simulation distance to is 5 chunks.
Okay, really?
So I always have it on the lowest, so then there's the most mobs around it. Although sometimes in hardcore, I'll be a little cheaty. And if there's a cave with a lot of mobs, I'll turn the simulation distance all the way up and relog. So then there's less mobs right in the direct area.
That's a great way to do it. I did notice that when we started season 2 of Jericho, I think we were on a sim distance of 8, actually. And that was kind of nice.
I think the problem with Bedrock Edition, the thing with Bedrock Edition is the spawning is very low. I think that's why it's so good performance, is that it's lower entity counts. Java, well, also because it's written in C++ and not Java. I mean, C++ is way more efficient coding language, and I don't even know how to code, and I know that. But on Java, there's so many more mobs. Even if you have the exact same distance and everything, you'll just be walking through valleys and stuff. Way more animals, and it just feels more lifelike, I guess.
Yeah, I agree with that.
I don't
Definitely.
get why they haven't changed that for Bedrock. I think they just need to up the spawning rates a bit more.
There's still the struggle, right, with the other devices that are playing on there.
Yeah, not everyone has a gaming PC. Some people are playing on their 2008 iPad, so.
Yeah, and I think that's part of it. And that's probably the main reason why they don't. I do feel like it should be some kind of slider or toggle, though, if that makes sense. Like, just let us decide. If we're using a device that can't handle it, turn it down.
Yep.
And I'm just starting to get that feel. And since I've been playing more games on my laptop compared to console, now as a old school console gamer, I don't get that concept at all. I just want it to work. And I think that's what they're going for with Bedrock Edition.
Yep. As a PC gamer, what do you mean you just want it to work? You at least have to spend 5 hours in settings of every game before you get to enjoy it at all.
And I'm very much seeing that in some of the games I've been playing. Cities, Skylines, and American Truck Simulator. Those are just to name it. I really noticed it on ATS.
I don't know what your problem is. I have both of those games settings maxed. I mean, City Skylines is not resource intensive.
No, that one I don't see that big of a deal.
Like 60 FPS. City Skylines 2 runs like so bad. They should not have released it when they did.
Yeah, I haven't played around with that one too much. All right, let's get into what we want to talk about. What's been on your Minecraft mind, Little C?
In my hardcore world, in my new one, because the world file, RIP, the season, was that season 2? Yeah. No? Wait. Yeah, that was season 2. Now I'm on season 3. It really feels like an OG world, and I think it's just the biomes I've been to. I was going to make a base in this little, like, water cave thing almost, in a plains and a forest right next to it, and it was really OG style, but then I'm like, I want to move. And then I moved into a biome that's more nostalgic for me, a mountains biome. I used to live in those, like, a small mountains, pre-cave update and mountain update. And it was so nostalgic living there. And it's cool. It'll be a cool base, hopefully.
Yeah, it's amazing how just the generation can make the feel of your world so much different.
That's why when you start a world, if you want it to last a while, you gotta make sure you find a good area to base. You don't want to just pick the place you spawn.
Right. Because you want to love it. You want to kind of become one with the world, right? You want to fall into it.
It's not that deep.
Immerse yourself into it.
It's not that deep, Bearded Sloth. We're playing a block game.
I do like the newer generation, though, since 118, 119, 120. Is all the differences, right? The dynamics between the generation. You can get this crazy mountain generation, or you can still get some of the old school type of feel. It's got it all. And I think they did a really good job of balancing that. It's not all new and it's not old. They've introduced it. They've blended it. I think their blending has gotten better. I noticed some of that old school type feel too in what I've been playing. I've been doing live streaming. In fact, last Saturday, I live streamed for almost 3 hours on the Block Party YouTube channel, by the way. Check that out.
That's it? 3 hours?
Yeah.
That's it?
Yeah, it was just under 3 hours.
Slacker.
But the other ones I've been doing like an hour at a time. Yeah. So that was a big deal for me.
Hey, my longest stream was 8.5 hours. So beat that.
I did some exploring on that world though. And there is some of that. It's a little bit taller than old school, but it still had not floating, but like an island coming out and then going over. I don't know what you'd call that. Almost like a shelf up in the sky going over the land where you have this giant dark spot underneath. And I love that. It looked great from far away and everything. And I just love that feel. It's almost not broken. I think they do better than the old school Minecraft used to do with it, where it used to feel you'd have floating islands completely or something, and it just felt broken, right?
Yeah.
They do better than that, but it still felt that way. Now, talking about exploring and stuff, I actually was able to find all the wood types. I was getting disappointed. We just talked about where you spawn and everything. Well, in that world, I spawned in complete snowy biome and ice spikes and all this stuff. Me personally, I don't like that. I'm surrounded by nothing but spruce wood, which I do like spruce wood, but I don't like being in the snowy biome. I did find a little island, and I started building a base, but that island only had spruce on it, and it wasn't covered in snow, though. That's why I based there. This last stream, I actually went exploring for a while, found all the wood types.
Even cherry?
Except for cherry. Except for cherry.
Well,
but
you
I
got
everything else.
And everything,
I even got bamboo and
Acacia?
all that. Yeah.
Wow.
All on one big island, too.
That must be a big
Or
island.
it might be actually landmass. I'm not sure if it's an island. I didn't go all the way around it or anything. It was a cool stream. I was so happy to get all that wood, though. And then, of course, I made sure I got enough saplings like the dark oak. You got to make sure you have 4 saplings on that one. And I made sure to have plenty of that and got back. And I think this stream, I'm hoping to stream maybe tonight, maybe tomorrow. We're recording this on Saturday. And I'm hoping to do some mining. I started building like a boulder, like a mine under a boulder. You know the natural boulders?
Yeah.
In the spruce type
biome? The mega tiger?
Yeah, whatever. Exactly. So I kind of want to make it almost like a touristy area look, like something that would be fenced off that you're not allowed to go on or whatever. And then I'm making the mine straight down from under there, but it's some kind of natural landmark to kind of make it feel like I'm supposed to do that.
But you're building it.
No, I didn't build the boulder.
Oh.
I'm digging under the boulder.
Oh, you kind of expanding it or whatever.
And then I'm digging straight down. I'm going to do like a 2x1 where you dig out.
Oh, yep.
You know, and go down and then have ladders going up. That eventually, I might do, you know, your water elevator thing. Now, does this work, Little C? If you, I'm thinking on my drop down, most people put water at the bottom so you don't take fall damage when you fall down the tall shaft.
Yeah.
If you put honey blocks on the side, does that slow you down enough to not take fall damage?
It does, but it's super slow. Just put water at the bottom.
Even if you put 1?
Oh, if you put 1 at the bottom, yeah. I wouldn't suggest it for you, knowing your history with ladders and everything.
I know.
Because you do have to be like right on the wall, and it has to be kind of specific, I think.
Well, I was thinking of actually doing it where the ladder is, and then on the other side, you have to be clear up against it.
I think so.
I don't know. Let us know, listeners, if you guys can let us know how those work. I haven't played around with them enough.
Use a waterlogged slab. Use a waterlogged slab, because I don't...
No, I know.
You'll get another death.
I know. I just was trying to do something a little different. I am at 2 deaths on this world. I'm doing good, though. I made it through that whole stream without dying. Just saying.
Wow.
I'm getting better, Little C. I'm getting better. And I'm getting better at live streaming. That's a whole thing in itself.
Yeah.
Like that skill, I didn't realize how bad I was at it till I started doing it. And I was pretty bad, wasn't I?
Yep.
But it's okay. You guys still can support me, still watch it. I think I got better on this last one.
I think so.
Also this week, kind of on my mind, I had another, not a server owner, I don't think, but he's kind of an admin on a server, really helping this server out. It's a server that I've helped out in the past with add-ons and whatnot. They were just complaining because they're getting random lag, and it seems to be fairly consistent and getting pretty bad. My only answer, he was concerned he has an add-on pack actually on it, and it's kicking back a bunch of errors in the log files, basically. And I'm thinking, yeah, that definitely can do it. If you have an add-on trying to do stuff and it can't do it and it keeps failing, it's probably going to cause lag. But a lot of the things that cause lag in servers, from our experience, entities are huge. Now, some things are entities that you don't even think of. The items on the floor, just laying. If you go mine out a whole area and you leave the, whatever it is you're mining, the stone or whatever, on the ground, or netherrack, that's a big one, and you just leave it floating on the ground, it's going to cause lag. Absolutely. Things like item frames. The things in the item frames. Signs were a big one for a while, especially the glow signs.
Glow signs are still you can crash a server with glow signs if you put enough.
Yeah,
like, I don't know about a server, but you can crash a client side. Not that I would know or anything.
Right? No, not from experience.
Nope, not at all.
No, never. You wouldn't ever do that. I don't like the word lag because I never know what it means. I don't know. It could be even internet lag. It could be connection lag, all kinds of things. And everybody has a different meaning of what they mean when they say lag. I want to know, is it freezing? Is it like a stop motion picture show kind of thing, right? There's all kinds of different types of lag. So be specific too. If you're ever, let's say you're on a server or realm and you're trying to get the owner to fix something, be very specific on what's happening. Are mobs freezing? Are they not spawning? Are you freezing or not moving? Things like that. Super helpful. Just something been on my mind a bit this week. Now, in real life this week, it's kind of a big deal. So our family decided we'd buy a car.
That's crazy.
I know, right? You kind of went. We looked at this car. It was sitting at a lot, a car dealer, used car dealer, and we know the owner of the dealership. We went there last week. He wasn't open. It was on Sunday. Looked at this car. We saw it. He had like an advertisement for the car. It's something we liked. Went and looked at it. I was happy with it on the outside, but we couldn't get inside and really feel it. You guys went and looked at it, what, Monday or something like that, I think.
I think it was Tuesday.
You guys went and looked at it first, and it seemed like HolyBookworm wasn't super excited about it, but it was kind of the car we wanted.
She doesn't like it.
And it was a little boring to her.
It's a car. I don't get how that matters. Right. You're not looking at the interior.
And the color's white. She didn't like the white color, apparently. I don't know.
It's a stormtrooper.
That's what I thought, too.
Anyway, we can't put
she wasn't sure
on the front.
And I talked to her later that day on the phone, and she's asking me, of course, I'm over the road driving truck, and she's nervous about this. And I said, you need to go back, go test drive the car. You got to test drive the car. So she goes back. You guys went on Tuesday, I think, which was also Halloween, I believe.
Yeah.
And you guys went there, and you ended up buying the car.
Mm-hmm.
It's a great car. Now, we went to go pick it up because the dealer had it this week. He got it all cleaned up, got his stickers off of it, you know, all that fancy stuff they do. Got all the paperwork around. Went to go pick it up today. We get it home. There's a puddle of oil in our garage after I parked it. I'm like, oh no. But dude, this dealer is amazing. Took it back to him. He's going to get his mechanic on it first thing Monday. Already looked into it, figured out what the problem was. It's just a simple O-ring that needs replaced. It's leaking oil out of there. Nothing major.
That is such a car thing to happen.
It really is. And it is a higher mileage car, right? We're buying an older car. That's just where we're at. We pay cash for cars, so we're not doing the payment thing or debt at all. So
we could have just went into debt and bought a Tesla or something.
I know, could have bought like a Mustang is what I was thinking. Maybe something like that. I don't know.
A Tesla would be the Mustang.
So we got an older car and everything, but I'm happy. I got to drive the car home before I figured out it was leaking oil. Great car. Super awesome. Got more power than the car we got now.
But there's a reason. It drove?
I thought it drove great.
Because HolyBookworm was saying that our car now felt like grippy, like it took turns better. But that's because this one's a bit bigger, I think, the new one.
Yeah, it's different. It's a basically like our car.
Yeah.
Our car is Chevy Equinox, and we just bought a Chevy Traverse, and they're about the same year and everything. So a lot of that, but this Chevy Traverse is actually all-wheel drive, makes the turns feel totally different. It's like you're driving in four-wheel drive all the time kind of feel. So it's going to feel different that way. I'm happy with it after getting it back. I was a little mad that there was oil on the ground, right? So we go back, but we know this guy. We know the owner of the dealership. He's not trying to con us. I promise you that. Just something that they missed or whatever.
I mean, they parked it over in the grass or in the gravel. They're not going to really see that it's leaking.
Yep, absolutely. But I'm confident he'll get it fixed up for us. And so we're going to have a new car. And why do we need a new car in our household, Little C?
Because the government trusts me with a driver's license next week. I passed my driver's test this week, but I have to wait until like a certain time after my birthday to get my actual license.
Yep, you got to wait 90 days after you turn 16. So you got to wait.
So I already did my test, so I already passed my test. But then this week I'll go in and get my actual license. I don't know why the government would trust me with that.
Yeah, I tried to stay clear. I was actually in the town you were in again while you're taking your driver test. Just saying. I tried to stay very clear of you. But good job. Good job passing it. So that's awesome. I'm not looking forward to, I've been thinking a lot. It got colder around here. We got some of that precipitation that is not water coming down. It's white.
Well, it is water, but
it's a naughty word. So cover your ears. Snow.
Dun dun dun.
Yeah, exactly. Where is that? Where is my dun 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 button?
I'm your sound effects. You don't need sound effects.
No, I got better ones.
I see how it is.
Of course. Yeah, so that's coming up. So I'm not looking forward to trucking as that comes near.
So I don't like snow and stuff, and I don't like the colder weather. But the other day when it was like, it wasn't really snowing. It was like, there was a bit of it sticking on the ground, but very little. And it was just kind of flurrying, but like very puffy flurries, like the bigger ones. And I took a really cool picture in our driveway and it looked cool. Because like on the leaves, it was still like the very orange leaves, but then the just little snowflakes on top.
Now, speaking of pictures, you've been enjoying that quite a bit.
Yeah.
You've been taking some amazing photos. I saw one. We have a slideshow playing on our TV. It's like what do you call that? I don't even know.
It's a screensaver.
Basically on our TV that plays, and we have tons of pictures. And I saw some that you took. They're really awesome, Little Z. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's fun.
And some of
I
those
like taking
skills,
photography.
right? Do you like add saturation or whatever to the pictures afterwards and things like that?
I don't usually adjust it to the point that if you went to that exact location in real life at the exact same like circumstances of everything, it would look different. I keep it pretty close to the original. I usually just adjust it like maybe a dark spot, or maybe if it's too bright, I'll darken it, and just kind of like that.
Yeah, it's been amazing to see you learn these skills. Some of these skills are actually from you live streaming and video editing and things you're doing by making Minecraft videos, basically. And it's cool to see how you can apply this to some other real life instances, like taking photos and editing those. And so that's cool. You're growing up, Little C. It's crazy.
Don't worry, it's almost wintertime. I won't go outside and take pictures anymore. It's too cold.
But you were just talking about taking pictures of snow.
It wasn't cold, though. It was like
that is true.
30 degrees.
All right. So we did mention a little bit. Halloween was on Tuesday, and I got to scare you.
We don't talk
like crazy.
About it. Last
it was
weekend.
So fun. Got to scare you. You were trying out a game that you wanted to play for your live stream on Halloween.
Actually, I was testing a different game out before. This wasn't the one I actually played on stream. But I was playing some Minecraft horror map just to like play it, kind of get used to jump scares and stuff. And Bearded Sloth thought it would be so funny to come up behind me and scare me.
The absolute terror on your face was so worth it.
And what made it worse is I was in a voice call with friends. That made it so much worse.
Were you on video too?
Yeah.
Yes, exactly. So did they make fun of you for a while? Good for them.
Okay.
Shout out to the friends out there. Shout out to the friends on the voice call with Little C. Anyways, how did that stream go that you did on Halloween?
It was good. I played the game Tattletale, which is actually a Christmas game. I
think people were making fun of you for that too.
Yeah, but it's like the only horror game that I could find that was like super clean and not too scary, because like this is the first horror game I've ever really played.
And he's still terrified.
I'm terrified. But it was kind of cool, the story and everything to it. It was fun. It was like a fun kind of like, not like cute because it's terrifying, but like a cute kind of story instead of like just like demonic scary stuff. It was Furbies, which I guess they are kind of demonic scary stuff, but
I don't know about that. But
it was so funny though, because like obviously I kind of, when I'm live streaming or doing any kind of content, I put on kind of a persona, although it's not that much different than my real life persona. Maybe I'm always a persona, I don't know. But anyways, so I was just thinking of ways that I can do funny clips and stuff, because that's always what I'm thinking of, is how can I make this into good content. So when it gets really dark, all the lights go out, your flashlight dies, and then you just see like these red eyes. But if you don't make a sound, it's like the warden. If you don't make a sound, it doesn't attack you. Only this one can't smell you, so it's not like the warden in that way. But it's that same theory. You don't want to make sounds.
Want to be sneaky everywhere.
Yeah, you want to be sneaky. So when the red eyes, because my strategy was you don't get the jump scare if I didn't move. So there were just the red eyes. I had my Bible on my desk. I just grabbed my Bible, held it up to my camera, and was like, "Get away, Satan! Get away!" And it was really funny.
It was a great stream. I watched part of it.
Yeah, it's like it was like I think it was almost 2 hours of a stream. But if you have the time, I would suggest going back and making the VOD, watching the VOD. It's on my YouTube, and because I went back and watched it because I wanted to see like how I did for content, just self-reflecting for content. And I'm like, wow, I actually did pretty well staying entertaining the whole time. But I feel like when you play those kind of games, it keeps viewers. And then I didn't rage quit. I just got stuck on a level, and I'm like, I can't take more jump scares.
Yeah, you were genuinely scared. Like, you could see it in your face.
And it was so funny because the jump scare was the exact same jump scare with pretty much the exact same circumstances. Granted, it's a jump scare, so you don't know when. But it's the same one. And every time, I would just scream every single time.
Now, you did keep it fairly family friendly. I'd say you probably need to be a little older, not little kids watching this stream.
Honestly, if I watch, I don't know, I'm scared, and I'm 16, but I'm just a wuss, so.
Yeah, I would say if you're around that age, you're fine.
If you're like 13 or, yeah, that's kind of what I market my streams as mostly.
And we keep that. I love being family-friendly podcasts here and everything.
The block party is a lot more family-friendly than like my streams, I'd say.
Yeah, I would agree with that. And my live stream probably is a little bit more family-friendly.
Yeah.
But we kind of keep that in the household anyway.
But we're still family-friendly. It's just like... I may make like questionable jokes sometimes. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. Banned from Twitch.
Okay.
Just saying. Saying. All right, let's see what Minecraft's been up to.
No, not yet. No, there's still more. Calm down. Man. You didn't read the show notes. Gosh.
Oh, yeah. So why are you tired?
Yeah, the reason I am so tired, not motivated, and my voice is dead is because before this, I'm running on 2 hours of sleep, if that. Because before that, I was awake for over 24 hours. Because I had a youth group event where we went, and it's an all-nighter. We went to a hockey game in Michigan, and then after the hockey game, they like have the rink and they do an event there. And then after that, we go to like an indoor sports arena with all kinds of stuff there. And then at 3 a.m., we went to a different place, which was like 40 minutes away, which made it so much worse because that's a kind of long time.
So it was a long enough ride that you got sleepy again.
Yeah, and we all felt that because the last time I went 2 years ago, it was like right next to the other place. So you didn't lose your energy. This time we were all just zombies by the time we got to the second place. But I got to tell you, so it was a bowling alley and like a putt-putt course. And it's an outside putt-putt course. This is 4 a.m. in the middle of like a city. And like it's pitch black out, but obviously there's lights and stuff, but it was actually pretty nice. I don't know, it's weird that it felt like a fever dream just playing putt-putt at 4 a.m.
Well, I will tell you,
I feel weird. That does not feel real.
Stayed up for days many times in my life, and at some point there's like this, what do you call it, euphoria that overcomes you, just this overwhelming feel, and it
of
feels
confusion, just pure
almost
confusion.
Dreamlike.
Yes,
because your mind wants to.
It's so weird because like we were all falling asleep because like we weren't just pulling an all-nighter and playing Minecraft. We were doing like physical stuff too, so that made it so much worse. And then, but I would just like kind of start to nod off, but I'd still hear everything, so I was awake, but I was like very close to sleeping. But then I would just like fully wake back up and I'm like, where am I for a split second? And it's so weird.
That's great though. But you still managed. Somehow I begged you to still come in here in the studio to make the block party. That's how dedicated you are, Little.
And what's worse is I have to live stream after this.
You are going to live stream? Man. And then hopefully I'll live stream. Maybe. I might wait till tomorrow. Sunday on this one for my live stream. We'll see how it goes. So you had fun though. Overnight. Was it worth the lack of sleep?
Yeah, I'd say so.
All right. Good to know.
It was so funny, though. So the hockey game, I have no idea how hockey works. I'm just watching it, trying to figure out which team's which. But the best part was when I call them the ice sweepers, the Zambonis. Those are fun to watch. Yes, I went to a hockey game, and that was my favorite part. No, I enjoyed the hockey. It's weird, because it's such a low-scoring sport. Like, the score was 2-1 at the end, but it's so active the whole time. But then there's this thing, I think it's points on score, or goals on score or something, and it's like where they shot it at the net, and those numbers were like in the 30s and 40s. So I guess the goalies are just good.
Yeah, it's weird too, because it's constant action in hockey, though. It doesn't slow down. Like even in football, you have timeouts, and you have in between the plays and all this.
Even between I think they're called periods, there is no break in between it. It's like
right.
a few minutes.
Right. And they just go, go, go. I had some friends in high school that actually played, and one went on and played professional for a while. And they love that sport so much.
It looks fun. I think I think it'd be a fun sport if you enjoy that. Like very fast paced. I think it's crazy because I don't know what it's called. I call it a dugout because I'm a baseball player. But where all the team is, they just switch out players like during the game. They're just like, okay, switch out so quickly. It's so weird though because they will just boo the refs. The whole stadium will be booing the refs every time, no matter what the play was. They'll just boo the refs.
Of course, that's what you got to do.
The referees, they deserve it.
Now you got me thinking, how can we make a hockey game in Minecraft? Maybe boats or something?
They've done it. People have done it.
That sounds fun to me. All right, speaking of Minecraft.
The past week in Minecraft, all info from Minecraft.net.
You see that transition there? That was pretty nice.
That was smooth.
I thought it was smooth.
And now we've ruined it.
Now I ruined it. Oh, no. Of course. Minecraft Java Snapshot 23 W44A. Came on Wednesday, November 1st. Oh my goodness, it's already November. And this is 2023. Changes. Copper doors and copper trapdoors has updated textures. The data pack version is now 23. Decorated pots can now utilize loot tables and will read from the loot table tag key. Additional changes to command functions. Added tick. The time parameter in the tick step command is now optional. The default value is 1. And we talked a little bit. I don't think we got into it too much on the changelogs last week, little C. It was a big deal. You can stop time and stop animation and everything in Minecraft now with the new tick command.
Yeah, it's weird.
So it's very nice, or you can slow it way down.
Yeah, it's
cool really good for redstoners.
Testing farms and stuff. I see it. It's funny though because a lot of people use the mod. I think some technical YouTuber had a mod that did the exact same thing for years and years and years. So all the technical players already had it.
I see. So they were already using it. It's nice to have this stuff come to vanilla though.
Because then it just works better usually.
And there is a return command thing. Return run will now always return if there are no valid results from return command function containing return run will fail. Return run will now propagate success value together with results value. There's more on that return run stuff. I think that's all technical stuff, so we'll kind of skip over that. They changed some things with the function command. Execute command was also changed a bit. Make sure to check the change logs. I'm not going to read them because this is all kind of technical stuff here. And I don't think you guys want to be bored with my excitement over the technical changes.
He's like, this redstone thing does this, and I'm just like,
yeah, and this is even beyond the redstone. This is command type things going on here. They do have some fixes in here though, and how this is a Java edition, so these were the problems that they fixed. When teleporting via chorus fruit, the burping and teleporting sounds play at the wrong location. Executing a tail recursive function consumes memory resources linearly, I can't say that word, in a line with recursion depth. When you can't pronounce something, just say something else.
Sure.
Good advice there. BS's tip of the day. Subtitles for turning copper bulb on or off display raw translation string. Subtitles for opening or closing a copper trapdoor display raw translation string. Footsteps on polished tough create missing subtitle. All this new stuff they're bringing in, they're fixing all the bugs with it, which is why they have these snapshots, by the way, is so the community can find all the stuff they missed. Top of copper doors include an open part of the window. Tough bricks do not properly align with other bricks. So we talked about this a bit. The tough bricks, I liked it because it was basically reversed and didn't align properly. And I like that it was different. They've switched it back for you builders out there, so you're happy.
Yeah, if they did not change that, that would have been a huge protest. I'm glad they changed that. So I don't know why they would do that. I think it was a mistake.
Yeah, it was just...
It's like, why would that happen?
In their texture thing, so they fixed it. Or they just listened to the community that got all mad at them, right? And that might be part of it, too.
We gotta keep getting mad at them. No, I don't think that's what that means.
Bat head upside down when spawned while ticks are frozen. So that was like a combo there of fixing. So they found out the problem with the new command they had from the tick command and the new bat's texture all messed up, but they're fixing it. New bat's ears are lower than the official render in Bedrock's. Chiseled copper cannot be stone cut from cut copper blocks. Copper door item texture is inconsistent with the block. The Transfer Now button in the Realms menu cannot be selected via keyboard navigation. The pivot point of the head of the new bats is different from that of Bedrock's. So that's interesting. The way they have that worded is it's a certain way on Bedrock, and they are changing it on Java to match Bedrock. We don't get that very often, do we, Little C? It's usually the other way around.
Yeah, sometimes.
They've been doing good. They're just bringing parity, though.
I've heard a lot of both.
Yeah.
It's
and
weird.
I like that. That's good. I think it's not that one's better than the other. They're just different. But if we can bring them together as the same game in parity as much as possible, I think that's a good thing, right?
Yeah, as long as Java keeps some of its good features.
And I haven't seen anything like that it's just devastating to one side or the other.
Yeah.
So I think they're considerate of that. All right, next up, we actually had a stable release, an actual update of Minecraft Bedrock 1.20.41. This came out the next day, Thursday, November 2nd, 2023. They just have fixes here. And this is all fixing the 1.20.40 stuff, right? That they figured out. Fixed a crash that could occur when joining a realm after doing other things for a while. So what other things are you doing for a while? I'm just curious how they have that worded. That's kind of funny.
They're playing Minecraft.
Fixed a crash that could have... I thought maybe they were making tacos.
Whoa.
They could be doing anything. All right, back to the changelogs. Fixed a crash that could occur when joining featured servers. Fixed a crash on Amazon devices when the player had a prior Realms purchase and the realm had not been created yet. I forgot about Amazon devices. Fixed a possible soft lock when performing different actions within Marketplace. Fixed searching, filtering, and sorting, only displaying the first row of results when using the search feature inside the Marketplace. World type filters now apply properly when using search filters in the Marketplace. Fixed an issue with not being able to upgrade from the demo to full version on PlayStation. So this was a big deal. You could get the demo, you could fall in love with the game, but you couldn't actually purchase the game at that point.
That is such a scam.
But they fixed it. So we're all good now. Woo! But that has been out there since 1.20.40 came out, which has been at least a couple weeks, right? Something like that. Crazy. All right. Other one we have here is Minecraft Bedrock Beta and Preview 1.20.50.23. This also came out Thursday, November 2nd, 2023. Additions here: added recipe for chiseled copper, added recipe for wax chiseled copper, added stone cutter recipes for all oxidization levels of wax chiseled copper, added crafting table recipes for all oxidization levels of wax copper doors, added stone cutter recipes for all oxidization levels of wax copper grates, added crafting table recipes for all oxidization levels of wax copper trapdoors, added recipes for tough blocks. So all those recipes they missed out on that were the known issues that they knew it wasn't working on the crafting tables, that's what they finally added to the beta preview now. So they're working. I'm looking forward to a lot of this stuff. It's going to be great.
I'm just waiting to see when they release big features, what they're going to be for the 1.21. I'm hoping they get some big good features out there.
Yeah, and I don't know how soon they're going to get that out. It's really weird. To me, it seems like they're ready to bring it out way before we expect the update to be out, but who knows? All right, there are some changes on this one. Updated crafter textures, updated tough bricks textures, which is probably that fix again on there. Updated copper door textures, updated copper trapdoor textures, and copper door item textures. They do have some fixes in here. Coarse flowers can now be destroyed by any projectile, which will no longer disappear after impact. Fixed a bug, making calcite not being obtainable as an item through commands or creative inventory. Inventory options states such as the all/craftable toggle and selected inventory tab are now saved between sessions. Fixed a regression that caused flying players to slow down significantly after touching ground. Sneaking in water is now possible with touch controls. Improved handling of unexpected errors during world export and provide better error messaging. Added background dimming on screens that didn't have it. And of course, many more. Check our description for the changelogs. So a lot of this stuff is all the new things they brought out in the other beta previews. They're fixing those, refining them. I'm looking forward to this. It's a big deal. But if you ran into this problem, if you checked out the preview previously on a preview and you ran into some of these problems, just know they've got your back.
Sometimes.
All right, that's all the changelogs, Little. See, that wasn't too bad. You actually stayed awake. I was a little afraid you were going to fall asleep there.
Awake? What? I'm awake.
Hey, we got some questions to ask.
Do.
Listener questions.
Our first question, this is an inside joke of a YouTuber, so Bearded Sloth won't get it, but would you rather have unlimited bacon, but no games, or unlimited games, but no games?
I have no idea what's going on here.
So
no idea.
This is a YouTuber who has a podcast and stuff. I think his name's Jschlat, and he always asks this question to random people, like on a podcast or whatever, just to see what their reaction is, to see what they respond to, because the question makes no sense. Well, actually, here, do I need to repeat it to you so you understand it? Maybe you didn't hear it right.
Maybe I'll read it here. Maybe I'll get it if I read it. Have unlimited bacon, but no games, or have unlimited games, but no games. What? What's going on here?
See,
I like bacon.
You gotta slow
I like games. I have both of these words in my head.
You gotta slow it down. Would you rather have unlimited bacon, got it? Bacon, unlimited bacon, but no games, or games? Yeah, games.
Unlimited games.
Unlimited games, but no games.
I'm still confused.
Yeah, no, the question
I don't know what's going on.
The question is designed to make zero sense.
I do know I like bacon.
You're getting unlimited
and I
bacon.
like unlimited games.
But you're not getting any games. Because read this.
I don't like no games.
Well, do you want unlimited games?
I do.
But then you get no games.
But I want unlimited games.
You're getting unlimited games, but no games.
Then I'll take some games and unlimited bacon?
No, you're either getting unlimited bacon, but no games, or games, unlimited games, but no games.
But I want bacon.
This is hilarious.
And games. No, can't do that. All right, thanks for that question. It highly confused me. Hopefully you listeners get more of a kick out of that, because I'm an old man.
Yeah, I don't think most of our listeners will
idea.
get it, but yeah, if you know the joke, then it's funny.
So, listeners, if you're out there, get us some more questions.
You got to come up with a question like that. That just makes no sense, like some goofy question, because it is funny to see people's reactions when he asks that, because everyone's like, what? What do you mean?
What's he talking about? All right, thank you for that question, I guess. Next one comes from Cece. What are your favorite builds on Minecraft in general?
Mine would be like houses and landscaping. I like to make a lot of little builds and put it all together. So I like to build like little village houses and then landscape around it. But I really enjoyed the landscaping, custom landscapes and trees. I'm not a big fan of making like a flat world and making terrain, but I like modifying terrain, texturing it, and just making it better.
I wonder what I'm going to say here, Little C. Who knows what I would think here.
No, don't say it.
Listeners, do you have any idea? Do. I can't do that, but you're the sound effect guy. Wow, listeners, you're correct. Yes, automatic sorting systems. Yay! Woo!
Good job, listeners. Good job.
I love building auto farms in general. All that kind of stuff. I love automation. Who would have thought? I think it comes down to I love the logic of it. It makes sense to me. It flows with some kind of rules in mind. And the engineering part of it a little bit. I like that. The decorating and visual stuff like that, not so much. I am playing around with that on my live stream though. So I'm trying to get better, Little C. Maybe in another 10 years or so, maybe I can build something on my own. I wouldn't count
on it.
Yeah, I wouldn't count on that.
Don't hold your breath.
Yeah, absolutely not. All right, Little C, you seem tired. I think you're ready to go, but we can't go without...
the only reason anyone ever listens to the show, HolyBookworm's Joke of the Week.
Why was the broom late to work?
It overswept.
Wow, my sound effects are messed up.
This has been one technical difficulty.
If
you were here for the pre-show in our live show, there were technical difficulties all over.
But thank you, HolyBookworm.
It's
definitely messed up. That's okay. We'll try to fix that, hopefully better. I don't know how this podcast sounds this week. Let us know. We're actually recording it a little bit differently than usual. Hopefully it comes out okay. Hopefully I didn't lose the file and you're actually listening to this. We want to hear from you. Got to get your comments in. Got to do it. We need you, the listeners. I want to talk about what you want to talk about, what's on your mind in Minecraft, what kind of questions you have for us, all of that. You can help support the show by subscribing to the podcast. Find the link in the description to subscribe. It truly does help us out and is super appreciated. Best of all, though, you'll get access to more of us with our After Hours show, which is a lot of off-topic stuff, and of course, our first 49 episodes of The Block Party. Help us get the word out about the Block Party podcast by telling everyone about the show. Visit theblockpartymc.com.
We want to hear from you. We love your comments and questions. You can email us at contact@theblockpartymc.com or leave us a voicemail or text us at 1-260-222-7240.
Thank you for being here. We truly do appreciate it. Make sure to tell everyone about the Block Party, a Minecraft podcast. I'm Bearded Sloth, and now I gotta eat my coffee.
And I'm Little C, and I'm gonna go take a nap.